Yeah, pretty bad. We're hoping it'll calm down, so we're not stuck inside. I'm doing 2 of them tomorrow. Yeah. I think they do the lobster rolls a different way, like they do it with mayo. I think that's what the guy was telling me. Yeah. Yeah. Right. Oh yeah, huh? How was he the day after? Yeah, yeah, maybe not, I mean, if he wants to try it again, maybe a half. Yep. All right, love you. Bye-bye. That was Mommy. We just did a lovely podcast. By the time you guys see this video, you will have seen this podcast or heard about it. But it'll be cool because you'll be like, whoa, this is where they did episode 227. We put a bunch of time into figuring out how we're going to set this up. And we decided that it would be best to do it next to my unmade bed. One that I don't take for granted, by the way, because I sleep on a futon normally. So anytime I can sleep on a bed, I am a happy guy. Now what I can't unplug is this. Which one is this? Okay, that one I can't unplug. The rest can happen. So you guys who listen to the show and watch the show, this is the amount of wires that I deal with on a regular. It's just wires all over the place. I tried to hide them in the show and you guys don't ever see them. But it's just a bunch of shit everywhere. I never would have thought I would have any space in my mind to know anything about any of this shit here. I've said it a million times, but I would have never known that this is called an XLR cable. Like the way that, like this is a microphone switcher and a camera switcher. Like I feel like a nerd. Today's episode of the Portland, Maine Comedy Festival Chronicles is going to be very little comedy. Stand-up comedy. There might be some funny shit that happens. But, no stand-up tonight. Just pussy getting. Maybe. Probably not. I love the rain. I like the rain more than I like the sun or the sunshine, like in Secession. Like if I had if it rained all week versus if it was sunny every day all week, I'd take the rain. But I don't want to move to a place where it's always rain, because you might get miserable. Like people in Seattle, Seattle has like the highest suicide rate amongst their people. I mean, maybe it has something to do with the rain, maybe it doesn't, but it is partly why I want to go to London. That's why you hear London people are very fucking. Like sometimes you hear about fucking English people. When you think of English people, you think of like gray fucking.
Yeah.
Fucking kind of upset. English people are always angry about something. Maybe because it's always shitty out, and they have no good food. What's the cuisine in England? Indian food. They make a lot of Indian food there. But they don't have like... What are English meals that people are like, I've always wanted to try? What, mushy peas? Fucking Scotch eggs? Let me get a Scotch egg, said nobody. But there is a real aesthetic to having a studio and having somewhere that people are gonna... Because people remember it. They remember the studio, especially if you've had it at a bunch of different places. Like, remember that episode that you and Raph went to fucking Old Orchard Beach? Come on, what the fuck? There we go. Or even just through the 3 studios I've had so far. Like, those are... People like, remember when you were in that fucking basement and the door was behind you for the wall? There was a big hole in the wall and there was a door? And you used to sit on a lazy boy chair, a recliner. That shit's dope. People remember that type of stuff. At least I do. Which means everyone does. This looks like a fucking mean weapon. You fuck somebody's back up with this? Look at that. That's a fucking tethered... a wire. Look at that shit. Foosh! Back to the gulag, bitch. That's what you get, Brittany Griner. Don't smoke weed in Russia. Sorry. Don't smoke weed in Russia. Just like don't smoke weed in the United States in the 60s, and there's still people that are in jail because of it. Don't do it in Russia either. We got the laptop, which if that fucking goes, I'm fucked. Mic switcher for all the mics, and then mic switcher stuff. We got this thing that everybody has. You break it out on Christmas. Charger. We got the mic switcher. We got the shit that plugs into the computer from the mic switcher. We got the hard drive. We got the cables for the mics. We got the monster 15 foot, I think it's 15 foot, long HDMI cord. And there you have it. Most of my podcast setup. If this thing gets fucked up, we're ruined. That's it. Let's get the picture back on the wall. You see, I love generic beach art. Look at that. That's just some person who probably doesn't have thumbs. Hi, I'm Antonio, and welcome to Jackass. Can't figure out how to get this fucking picture up. This is called an idiot hanging a picture. All you gotta do is talk shit while you're doing it, you'll figure it out. This is my favorite thing about staying in a place near the beach. Look at this stupid generic, like that's just a chair on a porch looking a very poorly made beach all the way over here. And then there's just fucking green shit. And then we got a plate with a lighthouse, sandy beaches and summer breezes, white people shit, white people shit. We have the tiniest little mollusks just on this. But my favorite, everything else pales in comparison to the lamp with seashells in the base on top of the gigantic microwave on top of the refrigerator. That's a nice touch. Dilapidated, economically depraved, but full of fun and sun for the family. Dressed like Liberace in a beach town. I look like a fool. But I'm dark, I'm tan. I feel like I'm walking down the steps to prom or something. Now, it's beautiful out. Get at the sky. Fuck me. Look at the sky. Look at that. Get a shot of that. Straight ahead. That just looks nice. That's a dead end I'd live on. Got motels, pools in the front, guys. You know how old school that is? Motel with a pool in the front. You're probably getting herpes on the bed. On the pillowcase is probably syphilis. Your whole family probably would die if they stayed at one of these places. But it's nice. Look at the sky. Feed our addictions of food and alcohol. Get the night started. Once we get the camera back on us a little later on, we're gonna sound just a tad different. But don't be alarmed. It's all part of the plan. All right, we've eaten, we're stoned. Now we're gonna go have a good time. So we're gonna look a little different when we come back. Stay tuned. We're back. You can tell by the state of my shirt that I think we had a good night. I think we did. And listen, ladies, if you're out in a group and there's a couple girls that want to get the let it happen. They want it. You want it too, but we understand. There's only two of us. And there's like 3 of you to 1 body, if you get what I'm saying. Nonetheless, we had a good night. Raph met a nice lady. We'll remember you forever. We're walking the same way as them. And one of the big mamas said, "Nope. Nah." This is coming from 2 guys that were looking for some cha-cha tonight. We were very close. Especially the man filming the camera. Very close. But it happens. So what do you think, buddy?
I just think that it's proper leading up to the whole situation where a woman wants to show you her boobs. It's an invitation to her body parts. She's showing you. There's dozens of men's out there, and she's showing you. You are getting the after show. You don't get to see boobs in the nightclub. You get to see them out on the streets. And they get jealous and envious that other girls in their group are getting guys who are talking to them and who are potentially going to ask them to get some coochie. The house wins. This is a casino. We're playing in a casino. We know how to play, but the chances are still that the house, the walrus, is going to prevent us from walking away with a lot of money. It's rigged.
The game is rigged, folks. Try your best to beat it.
And if you're not down with that, we've got 2 words for you. Suck it!
Oh, that's perfect.